Okay, here we are. We're on the second quiz for the review for FCAT. This just very simply, we want to know the area. But it gives us to it in feet, but it wants the answer in yards. So we simply multiply 60 times 120, and that gives us 7,200. And it wants it in yards, so we know the square yard is 3 by 3, which is 9. So we just divide this by 9, and we get 800. It's just that easy. Okay, so this is one of those problems they try to trick you up on because they give you some answers that might appear correct at first. It says a plane is traveling at a speed of 640 miles per hour. Keep that in mind. To the nearest integer, what is the speed of the plane in kilometers per minute? There's where it gets all dicey. So it says 1 mile equals 1.6 kilometers. So the first thing we do is take 640 times 1.6 to put it in kilometers. That'll give us 1,024. But that's per hour. And they want per minute. So we'd simply divide that by 60. And when I do that on my handy dandy calculator, I get 17 and some change. So it's like right there. That's your answer. Okay, this one says Carla plotted the points on the graph below to show how the amount she owes for tuition decreases, the number of tuition payments increases. Slope of the line segment joining these points. It says, what does the slope of the line segment represent? Well, part of this was cut off, but I can move that down here. The slope of the lines segment joining these points is -2/3. So the slope, so in the form y equals mx plus b, slope is -2/3. So we know that slope is rise over run. So as the y value goes down, notice it goes down by 2 and then over by 3. So -2/3. So for every 3 payments, the amount owed decreases by 2,000. Notice this is the run, 1, 2, 3, right here. The amount owed went down by 2, 1, 2. Okay, so in this one, I kind of put in another picture because it says Chris borrowed money from her brother. Each week she pays him $5 towards his debt. After 8 weeks, she has 8. It tells us it has a slope of -5 and it contains the point 88. So if we just drew a little graph, we could go to the point 88, which is right here. If it has a slope of -5, we know it's going to go this way, right? So we go, I'm just going to pause it and draw that. Okay, so again, it contains this point here and has a slope of -5, which is 5/1. So if we go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1, we'd have a point right there. So that is the point 9, 3. And it's going in a negative direction. And that's not a very good line, but none of the other options fit this. So it has to be 9, 3. Okay, this says whoever this is, it doesn't matter. Don't get bogged down by names. Travel along a path that measures 850 meters. If you walk the path 4 times, how many kilometers have you walked? So this is going to change from meters to kilometers. And that's the whole part about this one. So this part's right. 4 times 850 equals 3,400 meters. But in order to turn the meters into kilometers, we want to divide our answer by 1,000 to get to kilometers. Okay, this one says Emma received a $40 gift card that she could use to download television programs. After she downloaded 5 programs, she had $30 remaining. So first we got to figure out how much each program costs. So clearly there was 30 programs, or we just need to divide. We had $30 left after using 5 programs. So the difference in that is 10. So from 40 to 30 is 10. And she had downloaded 5 programs, so each program costs $2. Okay, this problem says the drawing shows equal weights on 2 sides of a balanced scale. Well, you can see this side has 2 books, and this side has a can of coffee and 2 cans of salt. So the can of coffee weighs 20 ounces. Each book weighs 36 ounces. And there's 2 books, so we know that that side of the scale is 72. What is the weight in ounces of 1 carton of salt? So, well, on this side of the scale, if it has to equal, we have coffee, which coffee weighs 20 ounces. So 72 equals 20 plus these 2 cans of salt, 2S. So if I just solve this for S, I'll figure out what 1 carton of salt weighs. So I subtract 20 from both sides. And I get 52 equals, these cancel out, 2S. That's not a 5, that's an S, divided by 2. And I'll get S equals 26. Right there. Okay, this says, and this might look onerous when you first look at it, says the formula PV equals 300R is used in chemistry. And you're sitting there thinking, I don't know anything about chemistry. It doesn't matter. We're just trying to solve this for P. That means we want P to be by itself. So if I have PV equals 300R, all I want to do is simply divide everything by V. So that's it. And if I care what the formula looks like, it would look like this. 300 equals 300R over V.